Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is James Steiner, and welcome back to Analogue, a Hate Story. So, Messiest here ever. I just got back from VidCon. I was working security over there, and yeah, this is quite literally as last minute as you can possibly get. Now you get to see all of these. I am the mad scientist. This is going to be a really weird episode. So, making decision. What is it you want to know about? Let's see if she blows me out on Analogue. The admin password. That's what I thought. Okay. You have the password. Do what you will with it. I want to speak with you, though. Oh, sorry. Fuck, I knew it was going to be a big decision like that. God damn it. Let's look through the other files. Yeah, let's look through the other files first before we override anything. So, block 5. There was okay, the bride's adolescence. Kim Jung-soo. The pale bride grew to be a fine, demure young wife, but she was not always this way. Near the end of the year 319, she had a temper unruly enough to be mistaken for a boy's. Do not look upon her wild days with disapproval. She was from another, less civilized time. They both think that each other is uncivilized. Lovely. Rather, look upon her eventual submission as a testament to her good character and filiality, that she was able to overcome such a wild nature for the sake of the Kim family and the sake of her husband. One evening, she stormed into the common room while I was discussing business matters with Detty. "We need to talk," she demanded loudly. When I indicated I was busy, that only caused her to become even louder. "Right now." Embarrassed, I was forced to excuse him to address the child. "Is this a joke? Are you serious? You've made wedding plans?" she shrieked at me. "Please calm yourself," I told her, and sat her down. After admonishing her for her rude interruption, I tried to do what I could to calm her myself. It seemed that she had a rather bizarre set of expectations, that she wouldn't marry until she was many years after growing into a woman, that she would elope with any love-struck man who came her way with no regard for her own chastity, that she would have no assistance or protection in finding a suitable husband. Simply put, her ideas were as bizarre as they were dangerous, and for this she had gotten angry at the news rather than the excitement that one would expect from a girl who found out that she would be getting a husband. Not even the sensational news that it would be to the emperor of all people who Not even the sensational news that it would be to the emperor of all people would calm her. That's a very awkward sentence. Okay, what do you have to say? She is really, really upset because I said that. She won't say anything else. Lovely. Let's look through the rest of the logs first. Okay, so block 9. The new wife. Let's see here. "My new wife moved in last week, and she's been pestering me ever since. Everywhere I go in the house, she's either following me or waiting outside the door. The first time it happened, it unnerved me like nobody would believe. The most recent time, I've stopped being unnerved and moved on to just plain annoying. I only had one thought. Why won't this silly girl just give me some peace? No matter, her parents were so anxious to send her to our room. No wonder her parents were so anxious to send her to our room. Yeah, I misspoke the first time. Hours before, she'd been hanging around in the room. I finally kicked her out when my mathematics tutor arrived. The session went without any hitch, aside from reminding me just how much I hate the damned subject. And after a few hours, he left. And who's kneeling right outside my door? It's her, of course. "Have you been there the whole time?" I asked her. Of course she had. "For the love of... we need to talk." So I brought her back in and sat her down at the desk. What is this? You're driving me insane. I don't have the time to be babysitting you constantly," I said. I wasn't angry, just annoyed. but she looked alarmed all the same. For a moment, I was worried she was going to start crying. Instead, she just turned her head away. "Do you hate me?" she asked. Women, why must they be so damned emotional? I reminded myself that I was talking to a female. I needed to approach this differently. "Look," I said, "you're very pretty. I appreciate that you're trying. So, no, of course I don't hate you." She looked back at me, seeming like she was holding back tears. "Then why don't you need me for anything? Is there nothing I can do for you?" "No, not unless you can help me study the classics." She looked down. "Right now, nothing is more important to me than passing the civil service exam." "Can you even read?" "A little," she said. "A little isn't enough," I replied. "What if I sat in on your lessons? I could learn more. I'd be quiet, of course. Please." I was about to say no. Then I changed my mind and agreed when I heard her next line. "At least give me a chance to earn your approval. Please." She's playing a game here. You are so infuriating. I'm not going to use the override terminal just yet, because there's still 2 more messages I need to read. The new official. On the 13th day, Young Seok finally passed the civil service examination. Otherwise, the final month of 318th year was without event. She helped him pass it, didn't she? This is the last one. "Dearest Mother, it seems as though there will be a new girl in the family. I don't really understand the details, but her name is the Pale Bride, and it seems as though she's a 13-year-old girl who had been kept inside a giant egg through some sort of magical This hurts to read! This really hurts to read. Passed through the Kim family over the generations. As I said, I don't understand how such a thing is possible, but she seems nice enough." Why? Just why? Young Seok seems quite annoyed at her arrival, however. He explained to me why. The plans to offer her as a concubine to the emperor. She's young and beautiful, and he's still without a son, so it'll probably go a long way in currying favor. "And that's bad?" I asked him. "Not strictly," he admitted, "but it means Father doesn't have much faith in me if he's making contingency plans that don't require my involvement. Now I'll never know if my success was on my own merits or because the Emperor thinks the girl he'll give him is cute." I already smell trouble. "Did you even tell him your plan of working your way to becoming High Magistrate? If he knows that, how can he think a contingency is necessary?" I asked. "Good question," he said, and left the room looking annoyed. To this date, these worries of his still seem to plague him, and I can't seem to do anything to relieve him of that. And you're just going to say the same thing, so let's go to the home page. Use the override terminal. Okay, what was the password again? Give me a minute. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it this time. Okay, so I decided not to do that. So let's see if that... System errors at data corruption and AI Core 1 has been decided to try recovering now. No. I guess I have to do it. I really didn't want to do this, but it's not giving me any choice. Wait a minute. Let's try the other AI. Guess recover it. 32 damage sectors. Okay, so it's going to try and repair all the logs, apparently, but it's also going to fuck with the AI. It might bring the original AI back. That's not good. I'm going with my original choice. I went back and then went through it all over again just to make absolutely sure that I didn't miss it. And I was just a moron. It was her name. Oh, it repaired mute. Okay, let's disable mute and let's just enable AI Hune A. Yep, I'm still here. You're still here. Well, I mean, that's perfectly fine with me. I guess I was wrong about what you were looking for. Well, why don't you show me something related to what you're interested in, and I'll try to help as best as I can. I'm sorry, it's just hard to guess, as you can tell. Okay, I already read all these, so I just need to quickly go... Oh. Now I'll actually get her dialogue this time. Okay, so let's see what she has to say. Come on. Just don't put too much weight into that. Less civilized time, he says. Can you believe that, man? I'm not giving you any more from him. It's not relevant. It's all just ignorant patriarchal stupidity. What an awful man. That seems very opinionated. Alright, so let's just go through all the other blocks and see what she has to say for each one of those new ones that I already read. So let's just get her. Okay, so the new wife. Well, I suppose I can give you more about young Seok. I don't know. I don't think you'll really find him very interesting. But here, you can see for yourself. Okay, I'll look at those later. Much later. Okay, the new official and the new girl are... I suppose you did find him interesting? Well, I don't think there's really anything else you would find relevant. Mute might have to say something about that. Once you've outlived your usefulness, I will find out what Mute has to say about all this. Because Mute's the actual AI. That's how it always seems to go. It always comes back to me. I don't think Kim Jung-soo ever thought very much of his adopted son, or at least neither he nor his wife thought so. You want to know what I think, though? Well, yes. I think they're both really dumb. I mean, it's not like I ever did anything. It's not my fault. I just happened to be there and was married off as a political gesture. It's not even like I wanted to. What kind of person projects their insecurities onto someone who only ever just got pushed around? Sorry, I guess I'm getting a little bit off track here. That's not really very helpful, is it? It's a little helpful. Well, anyway, getting back on track here. You leave me with that? So much for all that work. Okay, that's enough for now. I have to get this thing edited and then posted as quickly as possible. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to click that like button, share, favorite, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.